Tuesday, right? And it's also, let's get this back a little bit. I don't need to be giving anyone an up close 5:10, thereabouts, which is evening for me, as I should be in bed in about 2 hours. So we're going to look a few things up. We're going to talk about some things up until some people come in and they want to talk about something else, which is always welcome. It is not, it's not so much what I want to talk about here. I like interjecting my thoughts, of course, but it is what we talk about. Let me bring out my desktop. It's always easier for me to have that as well as my phone, in case my phone stops working or doesn't work as well. Also, I like having some larger print on my desktop. So, and every once in a while I make a mistake when I'm scrolling up and I hit the mute button or something like that. This way you guys can let me know. Let's see, Maui87 is here. It says day 16. I thought it was day 15. I could be wrong. I often am. Asking for mod. I should have a questionnaire. So if you were giving the awesome power and responsibility of being a mod, what would be your first act? Who would you ban? Let's see what else is going on here on the YouTube world. Now it says, I don't know. See, these are the things we need to ask. Got to come in with a plan. I should have accept resumes, except I don't take any of this that seriously. 1 second, guys. All right, making sure I got all my stuff available. Anyone else show up while I was gone for 2 seconds? Sorry, guys. We will be right on track in just a minute. There we go. So how is everyone? And again, if there's anything you guys want to talk about, let me know. In the meantime, I just did a short video on, of course, as I often have been doing, been talking about A Course in Miracles, which is probably a nice break from months and months and months of me talking about yoga. For me, they're connected. That yoga really laid the pathways for me with A Course in Miracles. And it also shored up the gaps in between my study time of the course, because there was long gaps in there from the early 90s, first picking up the book. I don't know if I ever presented the whole. This is all 3 of the books in A Course in Miracles. And I've had this book since the 90s. Ice is here. Ice, my friend, how are you? Guten Abend, Eric. We Gertz. I think it's Gertz, right? So, good evening, Eric. And I don't know the Regertz part yet. Mr. Poopinator is here, saying fart for me, bro. You know what? I thought about you this morning when I took my little after 5 a.m. walk. As I was coming back, I passed a small little field, a yard really, where I often see a hawk. Um, Mr. Let's see. Maui says ban people like that. Oh, you can't ban Mr. Poopinator. Mr. Poopinator is essential for the flow of the conversation. Um, that's where discernment comes in. Some people thought about banning Mr. Poopinator. What a shame that would have been. Uh, he's turned to be a great, great friend. Um, yeah, I came across a hawk this morning sitting on a deck, and I often see it there. And I always do a little video because it's a hawk. Um, and the hawk turned its back to me and lifted up its tail feathers and showed me its butt, and then promptly let out a long stream of poop in my direction. It didn't hit me, um, and flew away. And I thought that was a sign from Mr. Poopinator. That was his. That was his spirit animal. So honestly, and I have the, yeah, I have it. It's on a short. If you go to my page and look at the shorts, it's the last short that I posted. Let's see. I says, yes, good evening, Eric. How are you? It means awesome. You know what? I appreciate um, just that little bit of German, just from giving it an effort, and you start recognizing things. It's pretty cool. Mr. Poopinator says, just left Burpee Reaper, and he showed me how to do burpees. Awesome. I didn't know he was live. I'm sorry I missed that. So you got some good tips. Mr. Poopinator said you guys would have missed out on all this goodness. We have. We would have. Because now we got a burpee machine in the making. The hawk did not do a burpee, but he did a Mr. Poopinator. Yeah, it was hilarious. And the first thing I thought of was, I got to post this for Mr. Poopinator. I was going to tag you, but I didn't know if he wanted to be tagged in a pooping hawk video. Some people are funny that way, you know. Some people might even get a little offended. It's weird, and Mocha pointed this out. How many animals have pooped for me? They're just sitting there minding their own business, and as soon as I go to video them, they take a crap. Go figure. It's like I'm Dr. Doolittle in reverse. Let's see. Ice says, I thought the hawk might have been gay if it showed its behind like that. Or it could have been a female hawk. Literally moon me. Let's see. Stephen Price says, that is one shiny head. Looking amazing, man. I appreciate that. You know, this shine doesn't come easy. I got to get up extra early. I got to get the right kind of shining material. It's a skill. And you know what? Every once in a while, someone shows up and they appreciate that skill. Thank you for that, my friend. Let's see. Maui says, Poopinator, goofy name. It's a well-earned name. Let's see. And Miss Poopinator says, oh, I don't care if it's social media. I don't care. It's just social media. It don't make or break me. I would have laughed. I thought you probably would have. But you know, it never pays to take a chance with someone else's stuff. If it's my stuff, I don't care. That's an awful good attitude, Mr. Poopinator. So let's see. Who else have we got in here? So, Poopinator, do you feel pretty confident in your burpees or in starting your burpees? That's how Eric Lapointe got his start. Just started watching videos, He learned it all from watching people online. Burpee Reaper, um, and a few other. Wow, 25. Awesome. Now, I like Mr. Poopinator name. However, Mr. Burpinator, Mr. Burpinator, it still has a bodily function in it, and it relates to burpees. It is like the best of everything. Let's see. Mallory says we'll be back. We'll be here, my friend. Burpinator said he felt jacked, went into the store with my chest out and head high. That's the way to do it. 25 burpees is no easy thing, man. That's awesome. Next up, we'll do some breath work. Let's see here, guys. Then he went to Burger King. Hey, you know what? We celebrate the victories, not the small things. In the big picture of things, it's what you did and not what you didn't do. Let's see. Mallory says, later I may go skating. What time is it in your part of the world? What type of skating are you going to do? Roller skating? Inline skating. Mr. Poopinator says, Whoppers are life. Mr. Poopinator said, tomorrow I'm going to do 26. Awesome. 26 burpees per Whopper, I think, is the recipe for success. Our friend Optimob, Timo is here. Timo, my friend, how are you? What do we got from Timo here? He very kindly drops a link for Maui 87. Thank you for that. Let's see. I got a phone call that I'm unable to take. Give me 1 second, guys. One second. Don't know if you can hear my cat. Just replying to a message. There we go. Thank you for doing that, Optimop. And our friend Goldie is here. Goldie says, hi there, lovely people. Hi there, lovely Goldie. It's 2:22. Awesome. You got the whole day ahead of you. Mine's just about over. I hope you do get a chance to go out and go skating. And Timo says, hi. Hello, my friend. Goldie says it's 12:22 in the morning for her. Now it says, thanks. You're welcome, my friend. Mr. Poopinator says, could be an emergency. Well, it's actually from a friend, a good friend, a friend of ours, actually. But sometimes, you know, if I answer the phone, it wasn't on my call. It wasn't on my phone. It was Facebook. And if I answer that, then it would be blasted on the chat. And in case it was something personal, I didn't want to put anyone in that position where, you know, unknowingly they might say something that they don't want other people to know. So I just wanted to let them know. Let's see. Miss Poopinetta says, hopefully it's not your wife, or you might be sleeping on the couch. Funny you say that. Actually, Mocha is my, as many people know. Walking with Goldie says, no, Mr. Poopinetta, Eric McCartney will not be sleeping on the couch. This is true. I have my own bed. Mocha and I have separate homes. We got married in 2004, and I think we got divorced in 2012. But we've never really been, not truly, separated or apart. For right now, hey, it was actually, when you look at things in reverse, and you definitely see, you can call it grace, you can call it divine guidance, you can call it the hand of God, how we were led to certain things. Had I not moved out, I would not be in a position to help with my father as a caregiver for my mom during her 10-year decline with Alzheimer's. And I would not be in the position to be the caregiver for my father when he needed me absolutely the most. So I have some news for you guys. Our friend Eric Lapointe is live. So if you guys would like to check out Eric Lapointe, feel free. I'm actually sorry that I missed that I'm missing Burpee Reaper. I noticed he wasn't on earlier this morning. Let's see. I'm going to post a link for Eric Lapointe.
Yesterday.
He's getting his reps in. Actually, nope. I think this is an old one. It doesn't matter. I'll post it anyway. It's always a good example of how to do some reps. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm getting old messages, Goldie. Goldie says, again, Eric Lapointe, I thought you were coming in here. So, yeah, I think there was some kind of mistake. Optimob says 11:24 in Switzerland. It's late for you guys too. It's almost 5:30 here for me. Yeah, because when I clicked on the link that said Eric Lapointe is live, it showed his older video. Hey, Eric Lapointe is 3 subs away from 700 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed to Eric Lapointe, definitely give it a go. Eric's got a great channel because he blends burpees as well as nature shorts and sharing stuff from his work and just being an all-around good guy. And if you can support a good guy, definitely do so. Optimob says 700. Man, you guys are absolutely awesome. Optimob, I shared out your Cal video on all my social media platforms that I use, Facebook and formerly X, formerly known as Twitter, which will always be Twitter for me. I'm old school, guys. So, Goldie says, it's the one he just finished. He's taking a shower and coming in here. Awesome. I want people to know what Goldie says, that he's taking a shower. I do not insist that everyone takes a shower before they come in and hang out here. That's entirely up to you. If you guys want to take a shower before you come here, that's fine. If you don't want to take a shower, that's fine. And our friend Joe Delaney is here. Joe says hello, Yogi. Hello, my friend. Joe, how are you? Let's take a visit to Joe. Hey, Joe's been putting out some really inspirational videos, specifically shorts. And here's Joe's link. Leo said so. Leo says, Sir Yogi the Goat. Good evening, sir. Stay strong as well as safe, brother. Thank you, my friend. Let's take a visit over to Leo said so. And here's his link if you guys want to go visit Leo. It's always good. Hey, even if you're subscribed, make sure that you get all notifications so that you don't miss any videos from Leo. Same with Joe. If you're already subscribed, you don't want to miss any videos. Joe says, I did a video 2 days ago. Let's see. The last one I watched this morning was How to Become Unstoppable. I like the Unmasking the Real Me, Who Am I, as well. I like all of them. I like everything that Joe does. Let's see. Let's see. Goldie says, yet it's the third time. Third place, Leo said so. Third time going live? Yeah, it's the third time going live. I've heard it said, don't go live so often. But I don't know. Is it best for my channel? Is it best for my message? I don't know. I don't really have a message. I just talk. There's the Sufi poet Hafiz had a wonderful book. This was 1,000 years ago. The subject tonight is love, and I always love the title of that book as well as the poem itself. The subject tonight is love. So I go live because the subject of each live session is love, however it's expressed. So if that's 1, 2, 3 times more, it doesn't matter. People come and we chat. Sometimes no one comes and I sit and chat. And I'm completely happy however it unfolds. Let's see. Let's get the update again from Goldie in case anyone missed it. The update, my daughter's mathematics exam went well. She's expecting a maximum 830 out of 8.30 out of 10. Hey, that's awesome. 10 possible points. Absolutely awesome. She's got to be relieved because that was the one you said that she was stressed out the most. Optimob says, I watched that video. Joe wants to know Sabine's channel, so I can subscribe back, please. Eric LaPointe says, hey everyone, long time no see. Eric, I'm sorry I missed your live stream, my friend. Optimob says, congratulations, Goldie. Oh, Goldie says, nope, third time chatting with Leo said so, and someone's live. You guys certainly get out and show your support. Both of you guys. Always awesome to see. And it's no, there's no like this kind of channel or that kind of channel. You know what I mean? There's no specifics for you guys. That's the same with Eric Lapointe. You see him supporting burpee people. You see him supporting, he's on Chill Gamers, Chill Gaming. He's been to live streams for our friend Laradox. There's just no, this is it. This is my lane, and I'm sticking to it. The world is Eric Lapointe's lane. The world is Goldie's lane, as well as our friend Leo. And the Burpee Reapers here. Speaking of support. Sorry I missed you live as well, Reaper. Hey, we were talking about you earlier because our friend Mr. Poopinator, the poop guy, did 25 burpees today thanks to a tutorial from our friend Burpee Reaper, getting him off on the right path. You learn how to do a burpee from Burpee Reaper, you got it down for life. So, Reaper says, hello, beautiful YouTube family. Showering, so I'll have you on, Eric. Awesome. Again, I mentioned this with Eric Lapointe. I do not insist that people have to shower in order to come here and have a conversation with me. Come as you are. If you feel more comfortable taking a shower before you come here, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. Maui's gonna go. Well, thank you for hanging out, my friend. Much appreciated. I hope you do get out and do some skating and enjoy your day. Let's see. Tima says, by the way, I watch all videos in full to the end. That's absolutely awesome. And you know what? Doesn't surprise me in the least. I sent your cowbell video to Mocha to make sure she saw it. And of course, it had a wonderful surprise appearance from Bax. Goldie says, yes, we are wondering if she'll get the 6 out of mathematics. 4 is failing grade here. Well, man, I'm glad that's over. Tomorrow's a break for Goldie's daughter. However, continue with the prayers. And then it's back to the grind on Thursday and Friday. So the fast comes to an end on Friday for Goldie, right? Goldie says, yes, there is no type for me. I'm not going into paranormal. Yeah, we've talked about that before. Although you've said that you will, you'll support the person, but not the paranormal stuff. He's going to do 26 tomorrow. Now says, bye. Take care, my friend. And again, thank you. We get a yes, Poopinator, or as Burpee Reaper calls him, the poop guy. Gets a yes, Poopinator from Eric Lapointe. High praise. You know what? We've all said it before. The highest honor you can get in the Burpee community. Salute. Salute to Mr. Burpinator. Let's see. Joe says, hi, bye, Maui. Sorry I hadn't seen you. Altamont says, if I think like a stink, I can see the screen because of the tears I get from my smell in the eyes. That's an excellent point. All right. So I will insist that everyone shower before they come here. Goldie says, yes, tomorrow is a break for both of us. So better if I shower. I agree. Goldie says, yes, I'll see when I'll be breaking my fast on Friday or on Saturday, 12th. Or I'm hoping Friday. Just for your sake. That's a long fast. I can completely understand why you're doing it. And I know it's tough. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I don't want to put so much emphasis on it that you start thinking, well, I really am hungry. So we'll switch the subject. Actually, because we're sending prayers, energy, and light to Goldie's daughter. Also, let's keep our friend Bumblebee T in mind. She's in the hospital. Just send her lots of love, lots of healing energy, lots of prayers, as well as our friend Selina and her sister Dana. Oh, and our friend Kathy Payton, C. Payton, has sprained her knee. Eric LaPointe is in the shower as we speak. So now we definitely need tea in here. Let's see. Just sending a quick message to a friend. One second. There we go. So, hey, Savage Batman says, hey, Yogi. Savage, how are you, my friend? Nice to see you. Goldie says, thank you, lovely people, for praying. Most definitely, my friend. Goldie says, Eric LaPointe, I didn't need that picture. Goldie has explicitly asked for notification when, the shirtless Eric LaPointe burpees, showering Eric LaPointe. These are things that should come with prior notification. Goldie says, hi there, Savage Batman. Optimob says, hi, Batman. Batman says, hi back. Awesome. Let's go over to Savage Batman's channel. If you guys want to go visit, if you guys want to hang out and watch a few videos. I know Savage Batman has mentioned on some other channels that he wouldn't mind some additional watch hours. So, a little bit adds up. If you go and watch a video, give a thumbs up, like, share, ask other people to like and share. Every little bit counts, and a little bit adds up. Let's see. Timo says, I would like to say goodnight in Switzerland. It is 11:43 p.m. Hey, I appreciate you spending some of your evening with us, my friend. Thank you very much. Let's see. Goldie says, Savage Batman, I'm half asleep, but now I have to keep awake to wash a mental picture out of my head before I go to sleep. Don't want to have nightmares. Batman says he's good. How are you, Yogi? I'm doing good too, my friend. Appreciate you asking. Eric LaPointe says, forgot about to put up a warning. Graphic mental pictures ahead. Caution. We got some laughing emojis from Goldie. Optimob says, good night to all. Good night to you, my friend. Appreciate you coming by, spending some time with us. Wishes us all a nice evening. Thank you. So I did a little previous video. I've been doing, trying to keep it under 10-minute talk on my recent rejourneying. It's probably not a word, but I like it, rejourneying into A Course in Miracles. It's never been an absence, but it definitely has had some gaps. The thing that's never had an absence for me is meditation and yoga. Continuous practice. I was about to say, and it always will be, but who knows what the future holds. Day by day. Course in Miracles has always been a presence, and at sometimes a very intense practice, but always a presence. I came across a quote while I was studying this morning that struck me as very, very meaningful. That you must change your mind, not your behavior. And this is a matter of willingness. We'll never change our behavior by addressing behavior. I thought that might be something, well, I know it's something I'd love to talk to Joe Delaney about, as well as anyone who has ever dealt with an addiction, and in a way, we're all addicted to something, if only our own thoughts, our own opinion, our own beliefs. But you know what? If you're addicted to fast food, you're never, ever going to break that addiction by trying to break the appetite, by addressing the burger. You need to change the mind that is holding the addiction, and that's entirely possible. Lots of ways of doing it. You can retrain the mind, you can meditate, you can do breath work, you can do all of that. But just addressing the problem itself, we're never going to get there. And that's a good thing to keep in mind. Very often we're addicted to anger. We're addicted to our reactions. We're addicted to our response. Greg says, hello, Goldie. Sorry, but I can't pray. Nothing personal. Never has to be prayers. It could just be a good thought. It could be healing energy. It could be a wish. I wish you well. It could be a hope. I hope your daughter does well. It is what we have to offer. Whatever that might be. Reaper says, lip point with a salute. Hey, Reaper, did you hear me mention Mr. Poopinator? Gave you a big shout out when he came in. He learned how to do burpees from the great, great Burpee Reaper. And he did 25 today. He's going to do 26 tomorrow. He said he felt pumped up, ready to take on the world. He marched out of his house, ready to take on the world, and headed directly to Burger King for a Whopper. We take our victories where we can find them, my friends. Goldie says, not forcing anyone to do or believe something. Never has. Never has here, that's for sure. Or anywhere else I've ever seen her. Goldie says, of course I do. Let's see. Goldie says, it's Timo. Going to head on over to Burpee Reaper's channel for just a moment. 809 subscribers. Climbing up there. By all rights, Burpee Reaper should easily be well over 1,000. Eric says his workout was rough. What was up with your workout? Let's see. Reaper says, no way. Really? Yep, he was. And like I said, gave you an awesome shout out. Think he might still be around, or he'll pop back. Reaper says, yes, he was on my live and showed him the best possible burpees. As I said to him, no one could show him better. There's not a single better burpee out there. Flawless. Goldie says, Lewis, online shopping, Temu. Optimob is Temu. Awesome. Greg Dayton says, hello, Eric, number 2. Reaper says, I want to eat one of Goldie's pizzas. We should get it shipped, specially shipped over. Probably could. Or hey guys, let's take a road trip to Transylvania. Eric Point says he was tired going into it. Yeah, it was a late one for you. Cody says, so which kind of pizza? Reaper says, thank you, Eric. You're welcome, my friend. Oh, awesome. Cody said I might film one and tag you in it. That would be so cool. Reaper would order a pepperoni, purple onions, ham, jalapenos, mushrooms, green pepper, and sausage. I didn't see pineapple on there. Reaper says, please do Goldie. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. Goldie says, very kindly, you did your best, Eric. The point, and that's what matters. It is what's mattered. 100% agree with Goldie. You got the reps in. That's what counts. Reaper says, I would love to do that. Greg says, hey, Goldie, do you get free pizza where you work? Honey LaPointe. Raw honey. Oh, I thought that was a new nickname for Eric LaPointe. Honey LaPointe. He would change his name. Raw Honey LaPointe. We've had all kinds of suggestions for Eric. The Paul Bunyan of burpees today. Goldie says, yes, I have a pizza shift, but I don't eat pizza anymore. What about your daughter? Does she eat pizza? Do you bring pizza home for her? Eric Point says I have a lot of that. I'll try it out. Awesome. Hey, Goldie, have you ever made a vegan pizza? Reaper says it might be now, Eric. Honey LaPointe. I like it. Raw Honey LaPointe, because it shows off the, the raw courage and strength, and yet the sweetness at the same time. That's what I said, Eric LaPointe. At first I thought Reaper was being sweet to me. That's funny, guys. Reaper says pepperoni and pineapple. That's how I would do it. Cody says, if she wants it, I make it fresh. Nice. Our friend Jacob is here. Jacob says, I just wanted to drop by and say hi to everyone. Greetings and blessings to you all. Let's continue to hit the like button for our great friend, Mr. Yogi. See to you all. Thank you, Jacob. Let's go over and visit Jacob. Jacob's at 192 subscribers. He's getting close to that 200. Goldie says vegetarian, yes. Vegan, no. Vegan cheese smells like dirty socks. Yeah, I don't really eat vegan cheese. I don't mind vegan cheese. It's been a while since I've had it. It's actually a good way of getting some fermented food. Greg says, Goldie, you don't eat pizza. You're weird. Well, you know what they say when you're there, when you're working with it all the time. Vegan cheese has definitely gotten much better. Eric the Point says, I love pepperoni and pineapple. That's Jacob's link, by the way, that I just dropped. Even if it doesn't work on outside of being on a desktop, it's just a good reminder to check out our friends. Not that anyone here needs a reminder. Goldie says, Greg Dayton, after 5 years making pizza, I don't eat it anymore. Yeah, I can't say that I blame you. I've heard that from other people on other things that they work with. Jacob says, Brother Burpee Reaper, big sleep to you, my man. Greg says, hey, Goldie, I tried veggie and it was pretty darn good. Goldie says, and we don't have vegan cheese. If someone asks for vegan, we make it without cheese. That's nice. Does that happen often or every so often? Eric Point says, big salute to our friend Jacob. Let's see. Goldie says, Eric McCarty, shall I make your mouth water? Definitely. Jacob says, thank you so much, brother. Oh, you're welcome. Man, I really want to see you hit 200. And 200 is just a small step in where you're going to be. Jacob says, let's continue to hit that like button for our great friend, Mr. Yogi. Much appreciated. So I guess another way of saying what I quoted there in A Course in Miracles is you can't change an addiction at the level of addiction. You got to go to the mind. And once you do, again, everything begins to change. And also, it's a matter of realizing how much of our life is actually an addiction. That we're addiction to our thoughts and our opinions and our beliefs. We're addicted to our reactions. We're addicted to our politics. We're addicted to our politicians, to where we get our news from. Let's see. Reaper says, Jacob Leo is waiting blood brother. Yeah, he says his shoulder's feeling better. He wants that collab. Let's see. Goldie says tomato sauce, grilled eggplant, grilled zucchini, grilled copy of peppers, mushrooms, red onions, capers, ricotta. I'm not sure what the ricotta once is out of the oven. Yeah, that would do it. That gets my mouth watering. For one thing, I love everything grilled. Every vegetable is better grilled. Excuse me, guys. See the effect? You see the effect that had on me? Eric LaPointe says, vegan pizza, they say put your hand out and just pour sauce in it. Actually, that's the opposite of vegan because it's got an animal product in it. You got to do it on a paper plate, and then you just fold the plate over and tilt it. That sounds really good, Goldie. Like I said, everything's better grilled. Even things that you normally steam, like kale or broccoli, even better when you grill it. Jacob says, we got to link up some Brother Burpee Reaper. Got to link up soon. Why don't you guys do something short? before you hit the big routine. You guys get together and do some psycho burpees. Honey LaPointe might show up in his plaid shirt. Reaper says, have you guys tried cactus? I have not tried cactus, although I've heard that you can eat cactus, and it's actually pretty good. Reaper says the thin ones. LS Edit says, can you pretend to play the saxophone? I don't know if I can, to be honest. One of the things friends and family told me when I said I was going to make some videos, don't put yourself in a position where you look ridiculous. And of course, as soon as I put a camera on me, I realized I already looked ridiculous. So, all right, guys, this is it. This is a saxophone. I'm a big fan of, you know what, it should be a tenor saxophone, because I'm a big fan of John Coltrane, and he plays the tenor saxophone, which is more elongated, but that looks weird when I do that. So let's go back to the regular. Looks weird. I'm pretending to play a saxophone for a friend. There it is. That's it. As I don't play the sax, that would probably be how I looked if I was playing it. Reaper says, Kamasada, and that's with beans and rice. That sounds pretty good. Reaper says he's ready for that 500, Eric. Hey, are you going to lead the way with them? And Point says, one time I was poked by cactus. That was poisonous. Well, and put my pants on a plane. I was a OG Delta pooper. How did that? There's a bigger story here, Eric Point. How did that occur? And where is Mr. Poopinator when someone finally tells a story about pooping and he misses the entire thing? Play it. That's a good thing. Play it like Homer from The Simpsons. Saxophone. I should have thought of that. I'm a Simpsons fan. Saxophone. All I said, that is the best I can do. Saxophone. Excellent suggestion, Reaper. Reaper says, no way the point. I don't normally do things for people in live streams if they ask me, but that, for some reason, that really made me laugh. So, let's see. Jay on Fortnite says, oh, hi, Baldy. Well, hello, Jay. How are you? Jay on Fortnite. Let's see. Goldie says, nope, Lewis, I hugged and kissed a public light. I draw the line at cactus. Gotta draw the line somewhere, right? Reaper says, I hope so. Jacob says, those psycho-style burpees will knock my socks off. I've been 10 reps, 3 sets every day since I tried them out for the first time. They don't get any easier, do they? Let's see. Take care, Jay. Appreciate you stopping by. Reaper says, Jacob, I'll introduce you to Psycho Routine after the 500 Navy SEALs. Awesome. Walking with Goldie says, hi there, Jay. And Jay says hi. Reaper says, no, they don't. Goldie says, hi there too. LS Edits. LS Edits might be the only person to get me to pretend to play a fake saxophone on camera. I think the only other person that could ask me that, and I would even consider it, would be our friend Flower. Our friend Wolf is here. Wolf, how are you, my friend? Says, hi, is Yogi Goldie and Reaper. Jacob says that sounds great. Eric the Point says Jay was a little kid. Wolf says having supper. What's for supper tonight, Wolf? Goldie says, of course he was. Let's see. Reaper says, so the point was running around and then listened to his parents and got stung by a cactus. Is that how it happened? Wolf says it's not pizza, but it's really good and juicy and rare. Gotta be a steak. Could be a burger. Goldie says, speaking of which, she will have one more cup of broth. I'm so glad that you're getting in some nutrients. Let's see. Hey, Wolf, I heard you mention, was it yesterday? That you hope to be putting out some more content soon? In case you guys, for whatever reason, aren't subscribed to our friend Wolf, here's his link. Hey, you know what? Guys, always feel free to drop your links. I mentioned before that, rightly speaking, I don't feel that this is a channel sharing the way, others are, because they just do it so much better than I could. Mayhem of Miracles, James Guy, those guys are pros. But it doesn't mean that we can't help each other. Gordy says, yes, I always do when I fast. Only one day, I only drink coffee, water, vitamin water. Yeah, I used to do some longer fasts, extended fasts as well. It's been a long time, though. Well, a couple years. I still fast 14 to 15 hours every day. But it used to be anywhere from 18 to 22 every single day. Gordy says, but for extended fast, I add broth and thin yogurts closer to the end. Smart. Wolf says, yes, I did a short this morning at my small Walmart. Awesome. I got you up, so I'll be checking you out. Always enjoy seeing people just start adding stuff on their channel. Like with Reaper. Putting in some nature shorts, absolutely awesome. There we go. All right, we get the story here. Eric Point says, I was making blowgun darts, and my grandfather said, don't touch that cactus, you will crap yourself. But little did he know, I had been poked over a dozen times already. I was in Florida, got on a plane, and trust the fart, a loss. So now I feel like maybe our friend, um, Miss Poopinator, might be causing some trauma. We might have some, unrevealed don't trust the fart trauma, especially on a plane from Eric LaPointe, and that maybe Mr. Poopinator is setting it off. I apologize. Reaper says, damn, LaPointe. And it's interesting that a cactus will make you poop. It is. Did everyone believe you? Like when you were on the plane and it happened and you were like, well, I touched the cactus, and they were like, yeah, sure you did. Let's see. Canal Zoid says, hear me now, boy. I'm listening, my friend. Listen to those words. Look at Thel. T-H-O. Thel. Look at Thel. I'm looking at Thel. Listen to Thel words. See Thel. All right. Well, that was an interesting conversation, my friend. And feel free to continue. Wolf says, no idea. No idea. Reaper says, zero idea. Someone's got to have an idea. I'm waiting to hear more. Always interesting to see what people present. Sometimes they might offer some undiscovered insight. I think we're all waiting. What's going to happen next? Hey, Eric LaPointe, you didn't happen to catch the name of that cactus, did you? Just for future reference, if I'm ever in Florida. You would think for the sake of reference, they would literally call it the pooping cactus so that we would know. You know what I mean? Why call it something else? Don't call it the flowering cactus. Don't call it, the golden cactus. Call it for what it is, man. If this cactus is going to make you poop, I need to know. I want to identify it as such. Eric Point says, I'll have to look it up. Let's see. Reaper says, so I'm guessing, Eric, that Duncan hasn't bullied you in a while. No, he was here last week. And no new suggestions. I think it's because, I've added the weights in, and he knows that I reduced the burpees just a bit and added the weights in. Goldie drops a link for our friend Canal Zoid. Well, Canal, welcome to the channel. I just clicked on. I see are you an artist?
Feeling my flow, 2020, yo.
You're a rapper, my friend. Absolutely awesome. always feel free to stop by. And if you ever want to share any of your songs, um, that would be great. Reaper says, me too. Um, let's see. When I clogged up, Cactus Baby. Exactly. But they need a they need to identify it as such. Eric Point says, I was on Duncan's page yesterday looking for a workout. Duncan's got them. High, every single one of them is high intensity. Duncan doesn't hold anything back. If you look at him running, he's running all out. He seldom ever does anything relaxing. I get the feeling that Duncan plays full contact chess, that there's no such thing as half speed in Duncan land. Hey, if you want a routine, Burpee Matty. I mentioned him last night. I put the link out. There is nothing like a Burpee Matty routine. Eric Point says, don't forget to hit that like. Thank you, Eric. I'm at 15 likes. Got a small crowd tonight, so that's actually pretty cool. Reaper says, Duncan is an animal. I picture him having that crazy look in his eyes. Duncan is an animal, and you know what? Burpee Reaper stepped up and said, hey, I'll give it a try. Throw your best at me, but then, after I do it, you got to do what I do. And Duncan stepped up, and he did it. The only thing better than one crazy person is another crazy person stepping up and saying, let's get to it. Wolf says, no middle ground for Duncan, I guess. Nope, none at all. Of course, that was the mindset he needed. He was a professional athlete, and he didn't win a championship until he got to Masters. The point says they have chess games where they make a move, box for some time, and then make another move. Do they? Wow, I wonder if you can find that on YouTube. Why didn't I know this when I was a kid? That would have been like just the thing for me. Full contact chess. Of course, I would imagine your moves get worse and worse as the match progresses. Reaper says, took him a couple weeks, but you didn't hear it from me. I recall. I'd like to see Duncan do the nasal breathing. Kay's here. Our friend Kay Renee's Garden. One of our all-time favorite gardening and fitness channels. Kay is really making me want to get a Peloton bike. Either a Peloton bike or possibly, and I've been threatening this for years, a Concept 2 rower. I'd love to get a rowing machine. I'd love to actually, with the Concept 2, you can do online virtual competitions. I would love to train for rowing competition. I think that might be my next thing. This is Kay's channel. I know everyone's probably subscribed. Just in case someone comes in who isn't. Here it is. Wolf says, what exactly did we not hear from you, Reaper? A little thing about taking a couple weeks for our friend Duncan to step up to the channel. I think he was just busy. I'm coming to Duncan's defense. Reaper says, oh, now that would be a challenge for Duncan. It would be, because of that intensity. It would be a whole nother ball game for him. Sometimes, it is harder to slow things down a bit. I wouldn't mind seeing Max Edwards do it too. Max is he's locked into his routine because he has goals in his own program that he wants to re-achieve. So far, he's the only person to reach that graduation level. I had hopes not of reaching the graduation level, but getting to a certain point. I'd wanted to hit 306 counts in 20 minutes. The best I'd gotten was 251. And I wanted to hit 120 Navy SEALs in 20 minutes. And the best I got was 116. Eric Point says, Kay, you're the best. She is the best. Thanks for coming by. Kay says, you did a great job on your burpees today, Yogi, Eric, and Lewis. Thank you for that. Kay says, hey, Goldie and Jacob. Reaper says, slowing down is a challenge. It is. And at a certain point, you have no choice but to slow down when you're doing that nasal breathing. You got to be really mindful, not just of, you got to take it where you get that air hunger. And it really is called air hunger, and it feels like that, where you just want to open your mouth and take a big, deep breath, but you don't do it. It takes a certain amount of definitely discipline. Reaper says, I think when I start over again, Eric, I'm going to start with the 6 count. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's a good mindful exercise. The Point says, well, that's good, Eric. Yogi, thank you, Eric. It's been probably 3 months, 4 months since I was hitting those kind of numbers. For one, I can't do 6 counts with the nasal breathing. And Navy SEALs are tough. I think with the nasal breathing, the most I got was 108 reps. I'll be honest with you, the desire to go that hard and fast for 20 minutes, when I started doing the nasal breathing, it completely left me. I just had no desire to do that. But it might come back. Reaper says the new breathing burpees. It's a good way to start because, you need to, after your layoff, you need to ease back in. Kay says, thank you so much. You're welcome, my friend. Goldie says, hi there, lovely Kay. Jay on Fortnite says, baldy boy. Well, he sums it up. I can't argue with that. What kind of comeback do I have for baldy boy? Nuh-uh. Reaper says 108 stamped on my brain now, Eric. Hey, it's considered a sacred number. It is the number on japa beads and rosary beads. It is the what other? I was just looking it up the other day. 108, sacred number. It was Barefoot Burpee, Hybrid Jim, who would always and Reverend Terminator always encouraged me to get that 108. Wolf says, it is said that if you see your set your goals above your capabilities and fall short, you're still above those who meet those goals. Excellent point, Wolf. Very excellent point. Walking with Goldie says, hi there again, Jay. I appreciate Jay's company. Jay serves as a very good reminder for me that I'm bald. I would completely forget. And then what would happen? I'd go to brush my hair back and slap myself on the forehead. Jacob says, hey sister, Kay Renee's garden. Speaking of Kay Renee's garden, Kay, how is the garden? What is, I love asking Odom this as well when he pops in. What's harvest time for you? What are we harvesting now? I actually highly recommend the Busy Dad program, but not for long. Kay says it's great. Goldie says, laugh emojis, as long as you can locate the hairbrush. This is true. I actually have one in the next room. I know where it is because it was actually a Christmas present when I was a kid from my parents. It was something that was in a stocking. And it was a brush that had a comb in it that you could put the comb in the side like a holder. And it had like a bronze, I actually know exactly what it is. It has a bronze type engraving on it of wild ducks. And as a kid, I absolutely loved it. Got to remember, as a kid I had hair. I think it's important that our friend Jay should know I was not born bald. As a matter of fact, occasionally there is a certain amount of hair that appears on my head. About every 3 days, I actually take a hair trimmer to it. Let's see, this morning I harvested celery, peppers, tomatoes, kale, and Swiss chard. That sounds awesome. Have kale every day. I don't have Swiss chard every day, but I do like Swiss chard. When do the potatoes come up? I remember a video you put out, this was a while back, what you did with older potatoes that were no longer good, that were sprouting. You couldn't eat them, but you didn't want to waste them, so you planted them. Jacob says he's going to head off and spend time with family. But blessings and love from me to you all. Big salute to you. It was an honor to be part of the live stream again, brother Mr. Yogi. Big salute. Big salute to you, Jacob. And thank you again, my friend. Always appreciate you being here. Reaper says, have a great rest of your day, Jacob. Until next time, brother. Oops, I forgot to take my sleep pill. Eric the Point says, let's see, well, up above, Reaper says, harvest some of that good Kay. She's been harvesting daily. Sorry, I missed that, guys. I was telling the story of the hairbrush. Eric the Point says that micro farmer Lewis, and he lives in Connecticut. Jacob says, same to you, Brother Burpee Reaper, and everyone else. Thank you again, Jacob. Reaper says, the point, Micro has that good. You want to see? Wolf says he has a garden, but only harvests seeds. Interesting. Why is that, Wolf? Goldie says, have a great time, Jacob. And nice K. Kay says I have potatoes that need to harvest. Uh, Probably this week. Awesome. Big fan of potatoes. Big fan of red potatoes, being my favorite. Uh, Potatoes every day, part of my everyday dish. Uh, Lentils and some type of grain, usually brown rice, just because it's easier. Um, but sometimes quinoa, because I'm a vegan. Everyone is vegan with quinoa. Um, and sometimes barley, which is extremely good for you. A little pricey though. Takes a little longer to cook as well. And I have a potato in that. A red potato, so they're not huge. Eric the Point says, Goldie, you forgot to remind Yogi. Um, yeah, I forgot to remember. I forgot to remind Goldie to remind me. Yeah, I didn't know that with micro. Oh, okay. Wolf says flower garden. Makes sense. You got any videos of your garden, Wolf? Reaper says, love mashed potatoes. I gave a long talk about mashed potatoes not long ago, only to be politely reminded um, that not to push my uh, potato thoughts on other people, which was a good reminder. Reaper says, with gravy. Reaper says, turkey sandwich with the moist bread in the middle. Eric the Point, Eric the Point remembers, Yogi doesn't like mashed potatoes. The thing is, as I, as I mentioned, I do my own mashing. But Goldie made an excellent point. Says, you're blaming me? I'm actually, oh, with the pill. It was Eric Lapointe. Um, you see the way I deflected that? There it is. I I have been blessed, granted, with my own mashing utensils. I need no help with my mashing. As a vegan, it's the only way I can show my toughness. But mashing potato with my bare teeth. You guys, you're all there eating steak, burgers, eating the red meat. What do I got, man? I got a potato. I gotta step up and show the world what I'm made of somehow, in some way. Eric Point says, "Don't give me those eyes, Goldie." Let's see. Wolf says, I have some star hibiscus and two amulus that I started from seeds. Wow, nice. I can't imagine. I don't know why growing flowers from seeds must take no small amount of patience. Wolf says, I have several videos in my pants. Awesome. I'm gonna I need to spend more time on your channel, my friend. I apologize because I've been remiss. Goldie wants to know if they work. Eric Lapointe. They do. Reaper says baked potatoes are also good. Sour cream and green onions. Now we're talking baked potatoes. Wolf says, okay, Yogi, you can have the potatoes and I'll have the steak. Hey, I appreciate that. But if you are a vegan and you're traveling, Outback Steakhouse, you can get baked potatoes, eat 2 or 3 baked potatoes, and the salads. Perfect. everything you need. Hey, we were just talking about Duncan Walsh. Duncan Walsh Fitness Motivation. Hey, Eric. Hey, all. We were talking about Mr. Intensity. No other gear, but all out. Duncan Walsh Fitness Motivation. I believe I might have used up every single compliment in my big book of compliments in my descriptions of Duncan Walsh. I only had 2. Normally, I can roll off like 5 or 6, but I don't like repeating myself. And I only came up with 2. That means, you know, you would think there would be an infinite universe of Duncan Walsh compliments. And I find that after, almost a year now, or over a year, I'm going to break out the old ones, because the old ones are classics. Goldie says, oh, good to know Eric the point. Reaper says, I'll have the green beans. It sounds equitable. Way to divide things up, guys. Goldie says, hi there, Duncan. Reaper says, uh-oh. Yeah, we know what's going to happen. We know why Duncan is here. He's here, hide the weights. Duncan gets a salute. Eric Point says, hey, Duncan. We get a hey, guys. Wolf says, yes, Outback is a wonderful place for us all. And you know what? It's convenient. When you're traveling, you can almost always find an Outback Steakhouse, so they always have something to eat. And if I'm not mistaken, nowadays, I think they might even have like the Impossible, one of the vegan burgers. Reaper says Outback, I grow myself tastes better. Yeah, I would agree, but I'm thinking in terms of traveling. Like when Mocha and I would go to races and we would travel out of state, that it was always good to know there was something that we could go to. Didn't necessarily go there, but we always knew we could go there. Goldie says, look at you, Eric McCarty, buttering Duncan up. I always do. 100%. Every praise I offer everyone who comes in is well deserved. And it never gets me off the hook with Duncan. He's always got something he's going to throw at me that's going to be painful. However, I might be off the hook now because my present routine, really only once every 4 days. On the 5th day, I do a long burpee session. Other than that, it's all pretty much shorter stuff. Eric Point says, Duncan, have you thought about full contact chest? Reaper says, see, we would survive the outdoors. I agree. As long as we avoid the cactuses. Duncan says, Eric is the king of compliments for sure. I pride myself on my sincerity, guys. Honestly. If I'm giving you a compliment, I mean it 100% from the bottom of my heart. Wolf says, Reaper, I agree, but in a pinch. Exactly. Duncan says, great idea, Eric the point. They actually have it, Duncan. Eric was telling us about it. Duncan's here, or Noble's here, sorry. Noble, the one-punch man. Almost ready to hit 3,000 watch hours. 8.5 thousand subscribers. Getting ready to shave his head, complete, even the eyebrows, and he's going to take a magic marker and just put a line across. Welcome, my friend. As Reaper says, Noble Mr. Punchman. Noble says, hey, Yogi, 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 Yogi. Where's that Yogi? Blessings to you, my friend. Reaper says there was a pimp. You all know that, right? I did know that. It doesn't surprise me, though. Let's see. Duncan says, so, Mr. McCarty, what happened to the intervals? A break from them? I did a short interval session last week. I'm doing it. I'm doing some a body part a day for 2 to 3 sets. So, like, I start the cycle again tomorrow, and I do it'll be pull-ups. So I'll do 3 sets of pull-ups, 1 max rep set, and then I cut it in half for the following 2 sets. And then whatever time I have left from like 21 minutes, I devote to burpees. And my last time I think I had 16 minutes left, and I did a 16-minute interval session. And sometimes I do the intervals after my dip day. So after my back day is chest, where I do dips, and then I do an arm day. And then I do a shoulder day, kettlebell presses, and it's all followed by burpees. So burpees are a mainstay, but they're not the big how many reps can I get every day? Because I did that for 800 and some days. Let's see. This is what we were waiting for. Have you ever considered? Reaper says, Eric, there he goes, Eric, you're in trouble. I knew it was coming. Cody says, Duncan, not Eric, did you ever consider? Here it comes. You guys are just egging him on, too. He might skip that comment, Duncan. Man, I thought about it, but it popped up, and it's the first thing that hit my eyes. Noble says, much love, Goldie Reaper, the point. I love the welcoming welcome. Where's the watch hours at today, Noble? You know what? You're probably closer than you think, because they withhold 5 days. Duncan says, okay, all people, have you considered? Noble says, how am I a pimp? Goldie says, I don't consider ever. That's a good policy. I knew it. I need to adopt that policy. You know how much pain in my life would have been reduced if when Duncan first came in and said, have you ever considered? If I said, nope, I don't. I never consider. Duncan says, everyone has to pay Eric McCarty 1 genuine compliment. That might be difficult for some. I think our friend Jay, I think he might be stuck on the baldy. And you know what? I don't know if that is the compliment that Jay thinks it is. Let's see. Reaper says, Noble, them watches you have, you pimp for sure. In a good way. Noble says, how is everyone? Good, Noble. I'm excited for you. I'm thinking by Monday. My guess is Noble's going to be in the process of monetizing his channel for the 3,000 watch hours by Monday. I'm predicting it here. Reaper says, I don't know how you do it, Goldie. Mr. Poopinator said, so bored here at work. Mr. Poopinator, we've been talking about you. 25 burpees. Duncan Walsh, have you met Mr. Poopinator? He started his burpee journey today. Learned how to do them from our friend Burpee Reaper. So he got expert advice. Speaking of expert advice, Eric Lapointe was on your channel looking for routines yesterday. I'm sure he probably let you know. Speaking to Mr. Poopinator, hey, did you know that there's a cactus that if you touch it, it will make you poop? I saw that picture of you in your suit. Mr. Poopinator said it is a clean body, bro. This is true. Let's see. Goldie says, what do you mean, Lewis? Reaper says, great bald head, Eric. You have the best looking head I've ever seen. Well, thank you for that. You know what? I made it myself. All right, I had some help from genetics. Duncan says, I will start with a compliment to Eric. Eric has a very calming voice, anticipating stress. Hey, that is an awesome compliment. Thank you for that. I very much appreciate that. Eric Point says, you missed the poop story, Mr. Poopinator. He did. He's missing all kinds of pooping opportunities because I posted a pooping video, not of me. I wanted it to be known on YouTube. The pooping video is not of a person pooping. It is a hawk. Reaper says, think it's 1:42 a.m. Goldie. Mr. Poopinator said, I started a few days ago, but when I hit my stomach, I almost threw up and got discouraged. That's funny. But hey, you stuck with it, and you got 25 today. And you got a salute. I mentioned before, getting a salute in the burpee community is a big, big deal. It means you stepped up and you did the reps. So, well done. And you got burpee luminaries here. You got the best in the game. You got Duncan Walsh. You got Burpee Reaper. You got the wood splitter himself, Eric Lapointe. Jacob and Leo said so. We got Osiris stopping by sometimes. The old guard. Reaper says you hit yourself way too hard. I would say so. Goldie says, I wish I had Eric McCarty's patient. Well, thank you for that. Goldie? I almost want to put out that I think you do, but I know that you and I have talked about this a bit before. Thank you. I appreciate hearing that. Mr. Let's see. Reaper says, me too, Goldie. You know what? There's a line in the Course in Miracles that says, infinite patience produces immediate results. And that becomes a practice. Infinite patience produces immediate results. And I talked about that with Duncan, actually, on my page. We had a little discussion. It's a metaphysical approach. You step outside. If you measure it in terms of time, it doesn't make any sense. How can you have infinite patience? The purpose of the statement is to take us out of time, that we are not, we're not finite beings. We're infinite beings. So when we approach it from that point, and we realize that infinite patience means that we have infinite patience with ourselves, so there is no sense in getting anything wrong. Everything is exactly how it is. So we get to practice. I love practicing patience. And impatience is part of the practice. How do you know when you're being patient unless countless times you've been impatient with yourself? Oh, Noble is pursuing his dental hygiene career. That's awesome. Congratulations, Noble. Mr. Poopinator says, you guys hit your stomach, so I follow suit. No one hits their stomach like Burpee Reaper hits his stomach. He does it with authority. Mr. Poopinator says, I'm trying to get that 1-pack soon. Like Burpee Reaper has 8. Have you checked out Duncan Walsh's 8-pack? Duncan and Burpee Reaper put us all to shame. My excuse is that I believe I'm 2 years older than Duncan. So it's age. And as I'll always be 2 years older than Duncan, I'll always have that excuse. Yeah, Reaper says Duncan has like a 12 pack. Yeah, he does. Reaper says, hell yeah, Mr. Poop, let's go. That's big news, Noble. You guys can visit Mr. Poopinator. Go check out Duncan Walsh. Here's his link down at the bottom. Reaper says, now I can start with people's challenges. Godzilla, my friend, how are you? I saw Godzilla early this morning. And Duncan says, hey, Lewis, do you have any goals at the moment for the burpees? Let's see. He's dominated these burpees. He can start with people's challenges. Hey, he stepped up. He did a nasal breathing session, Duncan. Noble says 282 watch hours. And they hold 5 days. My guess is you're there. Doesn't mean to relax, but I'm guessing you're there. I put in some watch time for Noble. Got his channel up right here. So let's see. That's awesome, Noble. That and the your dental hygiene. Both big things. Cody says, just take the compliment, Eric McCarty. I don't have the brain power to come up with a different compliment. I'll take it. Thank you. Reaper says he doesn't have goals. I just have to love to get fit for summer. Duncan says, Lewis, will you go for more or trying for certain numbers at a time? I wouldn't mind seeing Lewis give it a busy dad a try. How many Navy SEALs and how many 6 counts in 20 minutes? Let's see. Evan S. says, have you ever lost your temper before? Yes, I have. Quite a few times. The thing is, you never feel good when you lose your temper. It doesn't help the situation. It doesn't help the other person. And it certainly doesn't help you. As the Buddha said, you're not punished for your anger. You're punished by your anger. Anger itself is the punishment. That's karma. Karma is never about someone else. Karma is always about ourselves. But it happens less frequently, and it is never very intense. That was a great question. Thank you, Evan. Goldie says, hi there, Evan. Reaper says, normal for me is probably 105 pumps daily. Nice. Godzilla says, the point that looks like a Tiamat. Tiamat. Reaper hit the biggest goal though. 1,010 navies in under 4 hours. Awesome. Goldie says, age. That's all I got, Goldie. Let's see. Reaper says 20 minutes. Okay. Oh, you got to give it a shot? Man, that would be awesome. Check out Max's channel, Busy Dad. And he has the levels. I forget what they are. I forget the numbers, but he puts them out there. Mr. Poopinator says, I heard you need 1,000 subs. Is that true? You need 1,000 subs. Oh, no. To go live, you only need 50 to go live. Hey, we can get you to 50, Mr. Poopinator. So here it is, guys. Here is the link for our friend Mr. Poopinator. Let's get him to 50 subs, and he can do a live burpee session for us, or with us. Hey, you know what? Even the greats, even the Burpee Reapers, and the Leo Sitsos and the Jacobs, they would all do, at whatever level you're at, they would all step up and do a session with you. That's what makes them great. It's not how many reps they can do, it's the quality of reps they do, and the fact that they'll do what it takes to help you. The whole purpose of Burpee Reaper's channel is to show people every single year, this is how you do it. This is how you get in shape. I don't know if you knew that, Mr. Poopinator, that Lewis quits for 3 to 4 months every year and gets fat. And I'm not saying that as like a slam. He does it for a reason. Well, one, he likes to eat. And he gives himself that time. He heals up. He has fun. He eats what he wants to eat. He doesn't work out. And then he starts over. And he takes you along on the journey. Mr. Poopinator says, when I reach 50, I'm going to be 50 burpees, I promise. Awesome. That's what Eric Lapointe did. See that? Reaper says, oh yeah, Mr. Poop. That's how we do it here. Goldie says, don't promise, Mr. Poopinator. I agree. That you do it. Just start. Reaper has subbed. 4 months. That's how long he takes a break. Reaper says, now he has to do it, Goldie. Awesome. So, guys, I'm afraid I got to go to bed. This was a fun talk. I appreciate you guys. Some nights, we got a lot of people, and it's a challenge to keep up with the chat. And other nights, it's with good friends. You just come by and hang out. Let's see. Mr. Poopinator says, I got 50 in me, no diddy. Oh, no doubt. I believe it. I got complete faith in you, Mr. Poopinator. J-Mod says, wait a minute. I'm waiting for you, my friend. What do you got for me? Mr. Poopinator says, thank chatter batters. To all, good night. Good night to you, my friend. Eric Point says, I'm already subbed. Awesome. Duncan Walsh says, night, everyone. Good night, Duncan. Thanks for stopping by. Goldie said, Eric Point went silent. I hope I didn't scare him away. It was the eyes. It was the eyes. J-Ma says, Dad, is that you? No. Just a friend. Just a friend. I do have a stepchild, though. As a matter of fact, my stepchild will be starting school later this month. Reaper says, Mom did the same thing on my live. Well, you know, we can't both be his dad, although there was that TV show, My Two Dads. Reaper says he's going to say, you are his dad. Wolf says, Yogi, rest well and blessings to you and everyone. Thank you, Wolf, my friend. Reaper says, why did you leave? We got some laughing emojis. Cody says, I don't think it was the eyes. Reaper says, I told him because he kept drinking all the damn milk. J-Mo says, it's me, Kyle. You said you were just going to the store for some milk and you never came back. Well, Jay, as a vegan, you should have known that I was making it up. What would I be going out for milk for? That was a sure sign. We got a thumbs up from Goldie. Reaper says, see, milk. Goldie says, milk. He did the same on my life. Well, I hope it doesn't sound unkind if I mention to our friend Jay, new material for each person. Come in with some brand new material. J-Mo says, right? It's a small world. It is a small world. And you know what? We're fortunate to have you to be part of it, my friend. Do appreciate you being here, actually. Let's see. I'm just going to visit our friend Jay. Let's see. Goldie says me too, but I have an excuse. It's 2:02 a.m. It's getting late for me too, guys. Although, definitely not as late as Goldie, but it's actually past my bedtime. So we're going to call it a night. Appreciate you guys coming here, hanging out with me. Duncan, as always appreciate you stopping by. J-Mo says, oh wait, I was on your live. You're the truck driver. You're both my dads. No, my friend, there can only be one. You got to pick. You got to pick, man. Don't come here on my live stream, 2 and 3 dads. When you come here, you got to pick one. At least you got to pick a favorite. You got to have a favorite dad. And my feelings won't be hurt if you pick Eric LaPointe. Or if you pick Lewis. J-Mo says, well, in Cali, you can have 2 dads. Well, I don't mean it that way. Let's say you can only have one favorite dad. Reaper says, no, I'm good. Oh, wow. Man, Jay, I'm honored. I really don't know what to say. Although I got to admit, I feel a little bad for Eric LaPointe. But thank you. You're just saying that because it's my live stream. I bet you when you go to Eric LaPointe's live stream tomorrow, you're going to pick him. That's okay. I think that's an equitable way of doing things. So, all right, guys. With that, I appreciate it. It was a fun live stream. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Jay says, just bring the milk home next time, like you promised. Hey, I will. But man, it's going to be almond milk. It might be soy milk. You sure you want to pick a vegan for your favorite dad? That could backfire, man. You might not like it. Reaper gives a salute. Salute to you, my friend. Reaper says, congratulations, Eric. You are now in debt. Yeah, I got to go out and buy milk. You know what? That puts me in low standing in the vegan community. It's going to be frowned upon. They're not going to like it. I'm going to go down and I'm going to have to turn in my vegan card. I won't be allowed to do the vegan handshake anymore. All right, guys. On all those notes, Jay, I do appreciate you being here, my friend. Goldie, I know tomorrow's the day off for your daughter. However, prayers continue. Just keeping that energy going. As well, prayers for our friend Bumblebee T. She's having a rough time of it, guys. So lots of prayers. Jamo says, okay, thanks for having me. You're welcome, my friend. And all of you guys, Eric Lapointe, Duncan, Burpee Reaper, Jacob, Mr. Poopinator, soon to be Mr. Poopin' Burpinator, Poopin' Burpinator. That combines everything he loves. Poopin' Burpinator. Burpin' Poopinator, you guys pick. I keep threatening to do a poll. Maybe I'll do my very first, what should it be? Poopin' Burpinator or Burpin' Poopinator? You guys decide. With that, Wolf, thank you for being here. Okay, Renee, well, this evening. And all of it was appreciated again. So, with that, guys, thank you. Take care.